My name's David. This is Solid X State. Thank you for clicking and watching. I'd like to offer you an idea, something for you to hold in your mind, something for you to think about. What is it about Christianity that makes it so eclectic, that makes it so diverse? What is it about Christianity that causes it to take on so many different colors, so many different modes, methods, attributes? How is it that Christianity is so free to express itself while still staying true to its core ideas? I'm not suggesting that Christianity is subjective, that Christianity changes with the seasons, with the tide, with the whim of society. No. If anything, the canon of Christian belief has always been rooted in core ideas, and yet these core ideas do not make Christianity mechanistic, as so many religions are. It is not a fixed system. It is not a static method. It's not a rigid formula. It's not ritualistic. It is not the repetition of routine. It is not verbose as a continual mantra. What is it about Christianity that makes it free to move through different people, different times, different places, different cultures, and yet still remain alive and vital for those unique individuals who bear upon themselves the tenets of Christian thought? What is it? I'd like to present to you what I think it is. In the book of Romans, chapter 8. In Romans 8, verse 15, it says, "For you did not receive a spirit of slavery that returns you to fear, but you received the spirit of sonship, by whom we cry, Abba, Father." Christianity puts us in a position that elevates us, that lifts us up, that our relationship between us and God, that we might think of God as our Father and we His sons and daughters, and in that is a freedom. You didn't join a militaristic movement when you signed up for Christianity. You didn't become a marching mechanism, robotistic, repeating the religious platitudes of what you're supposed to do, what you're supposed to say. No, when you take upon yourself the beliefs of Christianity, it puts you in a position, it elevates you. God is your Father. In John, the book of John 8:36, chapter 8, verse 36. So if the Son sets you free, you are free indeed. This idea that God sets you free. In Romans, that we did not receive the spirit of slavery. This idea of freedom is essential. It's essential to Christian life. It's essential to Christian belief. This idea that you are free, that you are made free, and that you are elevated in your position, that you are as a son to a father. You are not just a common stranger, but you are lifted up. In Galatians chapter 5, verse 1, it says, "It was for freedom that Christ set us free. Therefore keep standing firm, and do not be subject again to a yoke of slavery." The very word freedom implies in it something living, something alive. Something that moves, something that makes its own choices. The freedom that God gives us is so that we might live. And that in living, that what is right and that what makes for life might be found in us. Not the corruption of things that enslave, not the corruption of things that bind, not the corruption of things that pull us down, and not the religion of an outward appearance, of religious practice that is in and of itself nothing more than ritual. What ritual is alive? What method is breathing, living, choosing, knowing? Methods don't know. Methods only give you A, B, C, and D. And to think that you can have these things and do them isn't to think. It is only to follow the dictates. It isn't to think, but God gave us minds to think. He gave us a spirit. In Christ, there is a spirit of freedom. Freedom. Freedom to know God, to choose, to make mistakes, and to learn. And this allows Christianity to be pliable, to be moldable, to be craftable in our hands, yet still true to its core ideas. But free in us, living, active, inventing our lives rightly choosing. It's a funny thing that in Christianity you have so many genres of music: metal, punk, rock, country, hip-hop, rap, classical, you name it. And that's just the Western genres. I mean, Christianity is happy to be free and to move through people's lives. It doesn't need ritual and religion. It doesn't need you to repeat something every day. It doesn't need a mantra for you to memorize. And think about that. Think about it. And notice how eclectic Christian culture is. Notice how unjudgmental Christian culture is. Christians are forgiving. And Christians live and are free. If you need prayer or someone to talk to, boom, in the description below is my email. Hook me up. I'll see you again next time.